Good evening, one and all. My call sign is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. My name is Mac. I'm living here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And being that it's just about 7 o'clock local time here, we're going to monitor the Monday evening edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the VA3 ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. And our net controller tonight is none other than our very own VA3CJZ. That's Chuck, and he's in the lower city, waiting for 7 o'clock to roll around, and we'll open her up.
And there we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue. This is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu, VA3CJZ, opening up the Monday night accidental net on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. This net was started on a Monday by accident by me last year. So there you have it. That's the short story. I'd like to thank Terry for the use of this repeater, VE3IQL. We really do appreciate the generosity of being able to use this repeater whenever. And for the net, of course. And so you don't have to be a member of any club to check in. Everyone with a valid license is welcome. And the Lake Ontario Radio Club net meets on this repeater every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 7 p.m. here on 443.075. Positive offset, no tone required. Let me drop. And on Thursday, the Lake Ontario Radio Club meets on the simplex frequency of 446.125 simplex megahertz, or megahertz simplex. And so with that, it looks like we're officially into the minus temperatures. I'm seeing minus temps for the next 2 weeks before we reach above freezing. But fear not. In Regina, Saskatchewan, it's currently minus 12. And in Winnipeg, it's minus 13. And you can bet it's going to get colder during the night. They're still 1 and 2 hours behind us. All right, so let's get started. I already have Steve, VA3NFG, and Bill is a YouTube check-in. Are there any one-and-done portables, mobiles, or priority traffic stations? Please come now.
VA3WPG. I got none for tonight, so just a quick in and out.
Okay, Chris, nothing for tonight, and you are in the log. If you do have any questions or comments, by all means, break back in, buddy. All right, so let's start off with opening up the net to everyone with a valid license. This is VA3CJZ Chuck in Hamilton, Ontario. Please come now.
VA3IMW.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo Delta Tango. And of course, NFG on the recheck. VA3NFG. Absolutely, Steve. I know I said I'd pick you up first, but I always take the one and done and priority portables and that first. So let's see now. I've got NFG, WPG. After that, it'll be IMW and Kilo Delta Tango. Let's bring in VA3NFG. Steve.
Thanks, Chuck. Good
evening to all on net here who's listening or on the stream. No traffic here, Chuck. Just have a general check-in for you. Today's the end of my 3-day weekend. It was nice while I had it, but now it is gone. So got a whole week ahead of me yet. Plus the weekend, that's gonna bite. Anyway, that's all I got, Chuck. I won't hold it up. Thanks for picking me up first there. Send it right back to you there, Chuck. VA3CJ's at VA3IMW. Okay, very good, Steve, and thank you for that. One last thing, have you been on the HF bands at all today? No, sir. Just turned on the HF about 20 minutes ago. It was left on the 20-meter band, so when it fired up, there was absolutely nothing on the scope. Couple of peaks here, probably some noise or somebody tuning up. By this time, I usually switch on 40-meter and see what's going on there. Not a lot, as I can see on the spot page, but that's the way it goes sometimes, you know. It's a hit and miss. Yeah, Steve, I checked the bands there just before the net, and my DX map was showing a little bit of 20, a little bit of 12, 15 meters, 17 meters, but nothing on 40 really, maybe 2. And then that's it. So, but the numbers are looking good. I mean, I was telling Mac about the numbers on QRZ there before the net, and on paper it looks good. So maybe it's good conditions somewhere else in the world. Anyhow, Steve, thanks for your check-in, buddy. Anything else to add? No. That'll be all for now there, Chuck. Thanks again, buddy. VA3IMW. All right, so we'll clear with Steve, VA3 November Fox Golf. And next on my list, before I do that, I want to say hi to Albert, VA3 Bravo Tango, and Barry. What's the nickname for that town, I wonder? We should come up with a catchy one. And of course, cousin Guy is in there. Allô Guy, comment ça va mon ami? Or mon cousin? J'espère que tout va bien avec toi. Okay, with that, let's bring in Mac, VA3IMW.
Buenos dias, muchachos. And there is Matt also checking in, VE3SMN. Yeah, so the chat on the YouTube stream is looking fairly active. Haven't seen a response back from Albert yet as far as the weather in Barrie. I know he did go up there last night trying to get ahead of the predicted snow. Thankfully, this morning was clear roads and nothing coming down. So all of the threats of an onslaught of snowmageddon was overstated, at least for our area. Very good for us, I think. Anyways, happy Monday to one and all. It's always nice to greet the week with a positive mental attitude. It's all downhill from here. So I see Bill has had no success tracking down his height, noise level on the HF bands. I trust that he makes some good progress on that. And never fear, never get downtrodden. There's always a solution right around the corner, even if it is waiting till after Christmas when the LED lights come down. I know Larry is also trying to track down something that has recently come along, and he thinks it's either kitchen appliances or things like that people are using at dinner time. But again, that potential is that it's Christmas LED lights that people are turning on as the evening wears on. So LED lights, they have an RF signature all of their own. I learned that really, really quickly when I converted my headlights from standard incandescent bulbs to LED. But the difference of the brightness is, I hate to say it, it's like night and day. So much so that oncoming traffic thinks that I'm using the wrong settings on my headlights. From time to time, I get a little bit of a flash going on there. But other than that, Chuck, like I say, it's the beginning of the week, and looking forward to also popping over and saying hello to Marty on the NCF repeater. So I'm trusting he'll keep the net open until 8 o'clock so we can go over and say hi to those guys. -9 in Ottawa. Guy, thanks for sharing that. Keep that cold weather right where you are. And hopefully by this time next week, you can be skating on the Rideau Canal. All right, Chuck, I'll turn it back to you and hopefully have not timed out the repeater.
No, sir, you did just fine. Do you know how to say the Rideau Canal in French?
Canal de Rideau?
Close. It's just Canal de Rideau. Very good. Very good. You know more than you let on there, Mac. And listen, while you were chatting away, I was thinking, with Bill's issue, it could be something as simple as the connectors at the antenna have maybe come loose. Because I know here on the back of my radio, I've had the coax vibrate loose, and the noise level would go up, or it would go out completely. Something to check. All the connections are tight, and nothing is touching. No connectors are touching metal, because that will bring in noise, guaranteed. Another remedy that I've heard of is adding a couple of extra feet of coax to the feed line. Might throw it off a little bit, enough to rein in that noise. So, two possibilities there, Mac. What do you think?
Yeah, there's always something that can help you. Obviously, the investigating any wall warts that you might have, or that's always a good place to start. But wandering the neighborhood with an AM radio, that may or may not help. That may not be sensitive enough to hear the things that a 67-foot piece of wire is going to hear. And guess what? There's Captain Burley Slice. Hello, Dakota. Come on in and thanks for saying hello from West Virginia. So, Chuck, there's Kilo Delta 8 Whiskey Bravo Foxtrot, another one for the log. Anyways, yes, I've seen a number of things that seem rather simple that have eliminated noise. Also, one of the opportunities is grounding your balun, not only with a counterpoise, but also driving a stake in the ground and grounding that. So sometimes there's another not so simple opportunity. I know I've also heard the story of a woman who had a ground stake in the ground, and in the dry weather, it was she would also experience high levels of noise on certain bands. And one of her antenna people came out and poured a bucket of water on her ground stake, and the noise went away immediately. So you've got to keep some moisture in the ground where your ground is down in the soil, just to make sure there's some conductivity. Anyways, I trust he finds some success in there fairly quickly. And I'll turn it back to you. Thank you, Chuck.
Okay, Matt. Yeah, for sure. saying this is on 24/7, nonstop, it leads me to believe there's an issue in the line somewhere. I don't know what Bill's setup is, but from the back of the radio to the connector to the antenna, those are the things that I'd be looking to go check before you start pulling your hair out the little bit that you may have left. Anyhow, hope that helps out for Bill, if you're listening there. And with that, we'll clear with Mac, and we'll bring in Noel as a check-in, VE3KDT. Noel, come on in. What do you think?
VA3KDT, good evening, everyone on net there. You're asking me about grounding my station and proper procedures and everything else, and I'm the one that's usually asking for everyone else's opinion on that. So I'll just kind of fluff off that one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, hopefully you were listening there to both Mac and I. We brought up, both different things that can affect your receive. And the one thing that's easy is you start at the beginning and you work your way back. You check your connectors at the back of the radio, and then follow it all the way to whatever else it's connected to, and then also outside at the antenna, make sure it's tight, not loose, and none of those connections are touching metal. Now that's important. You don't want metal being part of the antenna. So anyways, Noel, what's up with you? What's new? What's cooking?
Well, there's quite a bit there. Yes, I totally agree with everything. And actually, as far as setting up my station, it was more the making sure all the cables were repaired after the tower collapsed the first time, and making sure everything is, like you said, tight is very important. I will definitely second that. As for what's been up to, I'm actually sitting here with VA3IMW, and we are out in his little gazebo thing here. I brought the diesel heater. We got the radio out here, and we're just kind of sitting pretty cozy. It's actually pretty nice and warm. I don't know if you can hear the clicking in the background of the pump.
I'm not sure if I did, come to think of it, but very nice. Yeah, the one thing I noticed when I checked the weather is there's no wind. I think 2 kilometers an hour is the maximum. So it's ideal to be doing something like that, hanging out outside. Geez, I remember the days where, having a fire in a 50-gallon drum or just out on the ground and snuggling up to the fire and staying warm. So yeah, geez, I remember. That reminds me when when my friend brought me to his sister's farm to cull 21 turkeys. We had a big 50-gallon drum of water, I think, boiling outside, and we would dump the turkeys in there after their heads were removed. And you dump them in there for a few seconds, and then you pull them out, and the feathers just come out. So, and you got to stay warm by the boiling water. Anyhow, Noel, thanks for that. I keep forgetting now. When is it your weekend?
This is the start of the 2 weeks without them, and then because of Christmas and everything else, it's probably going to be a busy. I'll be seeing them every weekend after that. Also, are you still looking for someone on Tuesdays?
Absolutely. Are you raising your hand?
Also, absolutely. I will take the rest of December Tuesdays. And I guess leave you for January, that one. How's that sound?
Well, that is outstanding, Noel. Thanks for volunteering. And, after you listen for a while, it's not that hard. You just bring people in, write down their call, ask them how they're doing, and then say so long and pick up the next one. So, and if you got anything on your brain you want to talk about, you just open your mouth and key down, and it's easy to go from there. So that means tomorrow you'll pick it up?
Yeah, no problem. I will, I can do those. Have a little bit of I'll get into it, I guess, tomorrow. But also, in between here, yes, I have my niece here, and she's very excited, and I think we're going to work on this. Can you say it?
Good night.
That was her 7-3 good night.
Well, good night to you too, young lady. I'm sure Uncle Noel will tuck you in very nicely.
Well, that depends on her attitude. She might just get thrown in the bed and turn the lights off. But either way, yeah, exactly.
All right, very nice. Well, you can put her on the radio anytime, Noel. And you have a great rest of the evening there. Anything else to add?
No, I think I'm a little all over the place here. So, yeah, if there's anything else, just give me a call out. Other than that, I will put a stock in it and let you pick up anyone else.
All right, very good. Noel, have a great evening, and thanks for volunteering. And that'll take a load off of me for a little while. And so I'll just concentrate on Mondays and Wednesdays. And what's nice too is that Mac streams the net on YouTube, and I don't have to set up my cameras and look nice. I can sit here in my house coat and run the net, and nobody knows the wiser. Until now, because I said so. But anyways, thanks, Noel. Let's see. I think we're at the end of my list. Don't forget, we've got a couple of other nets going on tonight. We've got the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club net on the VA3IMW repeaters going on right now with Marty at the helm, VA3QEE, and he'll be on until 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., Rick, VA3BK, will be net controller for the HF portion of the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club nets, and that'll be at 8 o'clock on 7.100. And then Chris, VE3RWJ, has a Sounds Good net, I believe, also on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on the VE3RSB repeater. All right, so now I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere. You don't have to be a member as long as you have a valid license. VA3RUA. VE3SMN. And there's Ray, VE3RUA, and Matt, VE3 Sierra Mike November. So let's bring in Big Ray, VE3RUA. Come on in. How are you?
I'm doing well tonight, and hello to everybody on net and on the YouTube there. Yeah, we're just hanging out, and I'm very thankful that KDT brought his diesel heater out here, because it's a little chilly outside, but it's not so bad in here.
Absolutely. You guys picked a great night to be doing that because, as I mentioned, there's hardly any wind for the moment. But it does look like around midnight we're going to have something blowing in. So For now, though, that's great, Ray.
Yeah, Mr. Knoll helped me figure out a door here. It's a sheet of plastic at the moment, but it doesn't look pretty, but it's keeping the cold air out.
Hey, listen, that's all that matters. I remember one winter when I was younger, I got this townhouse and I had absolutely no furniture, no appliances. Oh, there was a broke down stove at the bottom of the stairs, and so I had to repair it to get that to work. But to keep my food cold, this is in winter now, we got a shipment of furniture come in, and I had a box that I cut a door in it, and I kept my food in there, and it was on the second floor balcony of our townhouse, and it worked just fine until we got a fridge.
Necessity is the mother of creativity right there.
Yep, absolutely. So, and I think I made myself a chair with cases of empty 2-4s and some plywood. Anyhow, Ray, right on. Thanks for checking in. I'm glad you're having a good time, and don't be shy. Check in more often.
Okay, I think Lauren wants to say 7:30 and good night to everybody.
Bye.
7:30 and good night to them.
Okay, Ray, what's her name again?
That would be my daughter, Lauren.
All right. Well, I want to say a special good night to Lauren. And I hope to hear from you again some other time. So you have a good night now. And so with that, we'll clear with Ray and bring in Matt, VA3 Sierra Mike November.
Why, thank you very much, Chuck. Hello to everyone on net and hello to everyone on the stream. Glad I got the opportunity tonight to check in with you guys and say hello. And I hope everyone's doing well. And that's about all I have for the net tonight, Chuck.
All right. Well, thank you for your check-in. I noticed you did so on the YouTube stream, and now you're coming in quite well into the repeater there. Whereabouts are you, anyways?
I'm checking in from home tonight, and I did notice that the repeater signal is really good tonight. It's about, well, on the QYT scale that I think ends at 100, it's in the 80s tonight as opposed to its usual 60s.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, then. Well, thanks for your check-in, Matt. Do appreciate it. And do you have anything else for us? Any other traffic?
Nope, no other traffic for me. 7-3 to everyone. Have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next one, which will probably be Wednesday for us, Chuck. Looking forward to it. Have a good night, everyone, and back to net control.
All right. So, by the way, Matt, you're stronger than the repeater to me on direct. You were about 10 to 15 over, and the repeater's only coming in at S8 or S9. So, good job there. All right. Anyone else for the Monday Night Net? Please come now. Oh, goody. I see on my screen that my Amazon delivery is 3 stops away. So it gives me time to wrap up the net and say thank you to everybody. And tonight we got 9 check-ins. We'll do one last call. Last call for the Monday Night Net. Please come now. All right, everyone. everyone. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. And I hope to hear you on, tomorrow night here at 7 p.m. And then on Wednesday, of course, I will be hosting the longest-running Simplex Net, the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. And that'll be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. on YouTube as well, and on the frequency of 146.430. Thank you all so much for your check-in. Have a great evening. Be safe. Be kind to one another. This is VA3CJZ saying so long for now.
Well, thanks to Chuck for picking up the net tonight. Always good to hear him. For everybody who's checking in near and far from anywhere and everywhere. Special shout out to our DX check-ins. Again, Captain Burley Slice from West Virginia. Always good to see you, and trust you're enjoying this. Anyways, Guy, stay warm in Ottawa and keep that cold weather right where it belongs. Now, since it's a Monday night, we're going to swing over to the NCF repeater, and we're also going to monitor the second half of their Monday evening UHF VHF net.
They want you to go slow on that. Rick, over.
Oh, yeah. Hey, well, tell us how the site switch works. Does it do both dots and dashes, or is it something you have to do yourself?
Oh, you have to do the dots and dashes yourself. It just goes from side to side. So if you're typing, if you do the numbers, you lead with your thumb, and then next time you do the number, you lead with your finger. It's quite a technique to get onto, but once you're onto it, it's really comfortable, and it's pretty natural once you practice a lot. Over.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah, okay, well, I guess the bands weren't really all that great, but CW gets through anyway, so they probably did okay on that contest. Okay, let's get to some announcements here on contest. First thing on the list is tonight. Tonight at 9 o'clock. It goes from 9 o'clock till what? 200 Zulu to 400 Zulu. Says December 2nd, but it actually starts tonight. And that is a sprint, the ARS Spartan Sprint. Of course, to find out what these are all about, the rules and regulations of each contest, go to contestcalendar.com, or you can go on our website, hamiltonarc.com, and go under links and look for the contest calendar. Okay, the second one I got is a QRP with low power, ARCI Top Band Sprint. So the top band, of course, is 160. Again, go look at the rules. 00 Zulu to 300 Zulu, 3 hours on December the 4th. That's Wednesday. It's actually on Wednesday. It starts on Wednesday. It says December 4th UTC, but that right now in the winter months, 7 p.m. at 0 Zulu. Okay, so the next one on the list is the Wake Up QRP Sprint. Again, low bar. So sprint, always short, 0600 Zulu to 800 Zulu on December the 6th. Okay, and the next one is weekend. The weekend is the 6th and 7th of December. So the Pro CW contest, and then 1600 Zulu December the 6th to 1559 Zulu December the 7th on Cape Forsyth. Okay, also on the weekend, this coming Sunday is going to be our Christmas party for the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club, and you had to have your request in for tickets and all that by Sunday past. So yesterday. Anyway, so that'll be coming up, and that'll be at the Young Club, where it's been for quite a few years. Okay, the FT Challenge, 1800 Zulu weekend. And all the rest are on a weekend after that. And coming up, one contest that we always like to get into is the rack winner contest, and that is after Christmas. So that's something to look forward to. 00 Zulu to 2359, that's 24 hours. Zulu on December the 27th, which actually means it starts 7 p.m. on the 26th on Boxing Day. So that's one contest they never get their times right. It's either in the middle of the month or it's just after Christmas. Okay, so that's it. Let's see. So tonight, 7100 TPNet. That's our HF net on a Monday night on 7.100. And we'll be looking for your check-ins there if you got 40 meters HF capability. And on Thursday, we'll be doing the TPNet. So the TPNet will be for the VA3IMW Warplane Heritage guys at December, or that'll be on Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's from 20 Zulu to 21 Zulu. Anyway, and that'll be Thursday. So, Marty, I hear you're going to be helping move there in Ottawa. So, are you going to be around on Thursday, over?
Forget. Let me look at the calendar. Thursday. Oh, I got the wrong month up here, Rick. Thursday. I'll be at the club. Club Christmas party, and then not around after that, Rick, over.
Roger on that. Okay, well, yeah, this Thursday, the warplane guys will be on there, and I just wondered if you were going to be around. That's all, Marty, on Thursday.
Negative, Rick. We'll be gone by then. Sun moves on the 10th, over.
Okay, is John Beckett going to be up there?
Thursday the 4th. I'll be there this Thursday. No problem. Over.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, no problem. And okay, so that's pretty well it. Any news on anything for the SKCC? I don't see anything on my sheet here. So I guess something's going on unless you know about something we don't there, or?
It was all day today, being the first of the month. It was all day today until 7 p.m. And so it's over. Over.
Oh, that was good. So that's why you were in with the sideswiper.
Roger. Just made a few contacts. Not a contest. It's just an event. Slow speed saunder. And anyway, back to you, Rick.
Okay, well that's good. Anyway, band looks pretty good. I haven't listened in too much. At least the noise floor isn't too bad, and I can see some pretty strong signals here on my scope, so that's good news. But we'll see, like every week lately, it's been going long, real long. So we haven't had some of our, we've had some local guys check in, but guys like in London, we can't hear them. They're too close. Okay, anyway, back to net, and thanks for being there, Marty. VA3QEE, VA3BJ.
Business, Rick. Thanks for the contest information and announcements, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the weekend. Have a good net. All right, this is VE3QEE, clear with VE3BK, and let's speak for further check-ins on the Monday net. And did I hear earlier Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Mike November? If so, please go now.
Hello, Marty. This is Matt, Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November. My apologies for missing you earlier when you called me. I guess I picked the opportune time to step away from the radio for a moment, so I'm sorry I missed you, Marty.
Okay, Matt, fine business. You're in the log. Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November, and thanks for the check-in. Anything else for the net? Over.
No, that's all for me for tonight. Just a quick hello, in and out, 7-3 to everyone on net, everyone listening. And for those of you venturing out, we'll see you at coffee.
Fine business. We'll look for some serious iron in the parking lot there, Matt. 73 for now from VA3QEE. Right, we're listening for further check-ins on the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club Monday net. Please call now.
Big iron it is. We'll see you there, Marty. Back to you, back to net control with 73.
Hey, 73, Matt. All right, we're listening for further check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please call now.
VA3IMW.
VA3IMW. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Marty, and all on net. And you doubled with Chuck, so I guess he's runner-up. You can put him in the list behind me. Yeah, we just finished up with the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club around 7:30, and it was nice that we were able to hear the tail end of Rick's announcements. And you're also a YouTube star right now. We carried over the stream so that we're also live streaming this. Anyways, happy Monday. Happy first day of December. That means, what do we got? There's 23 shopping days left until Christmas. Trust you've gotten your Christmas shopping started. Let's see, notable events coming up in the near future. Obviously, the winter solstice event. The Hamilton POTA operators organizing group activation at White Hearn. That's the old place downtown on McNabb Street. It backs onto this City Hall parking lot, and that's going to be the congregation point for our setup. So December 21st, the winter solstice event, and we'll see as we get closer what the weather's going to do for us, and that'll kind of give us guidance as far as the start time. I'll share that as we get closer to the date. I doubt you're going to be riding your bicycle down to this one, Marty, but the good news is that City Hall parking lot is free of charge on Sundays. So we're non-denominational. Anybody is welcome to join us if you're interested in Parks on the Air or any type of field day activities. Remote station setup. We have a lot of fun throwing up vertical antennas and throwing a wire up in a tree and setting up temporary communication stations. That's all the fun, and getting an eyeball QSO right before Christmas. It's a great way to spend time, and as long as you can duck out of church early on a Sunday afternoon. Anyways, thanks for doing this one, Marty. I'll let you go ahead and pick up Charles and whoever else is in behind us. Turn it back to you.
Thanks for the check-in, Mac. Your salesmanship comes into play here, Mac, with your suggestions about the event there, the POTA event, and having been to one, it is a lot of fun. Go down and check it out. And this one's close by. It's in the city there. It should be about 10 degrees warmer than the surrounding area, so it should be not too bad down there at the McQuestion House, White Hearn. Anyway, thanks for the check-in, Mac, and thanks for the information. And hope you have a good turnout there for that that event. 73 for now. All right, Victor Echo 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, if you're still there. Chuck, sorry for tramping on you. Go ahead.
We'll have to call you Quick Draw McGraw there, Marty. VA3 CJZ. Good evening, one and all. And yeah, well, at least I was heard. So yeah, not much HF work for me. but yeah, I'm kind of concentrating on buying gifts online for Christmas and doing my due diligence and research and not hitting the button and going, uh-oh, I think I picked the wrong one. So that takes time.
I hear you. It's wonderful that we have the internet for activities like that. You can get a lot of information. I was interested to learn one of our friends uses ChatGPT to sort through all the confusion in finding Christmas presents. He asks the computer, he spells out what he wants and lets the ChatGPT do the legwork and come back in a minute or so with some suggestions. So that sounds like a big time saver, and you can cover more ground than you could cover, yourself pecking away at the screen. Over.
Yeah, it's nice to see people showing the versatility that can be applied to that new science, and so we're just hoping that it's for helping humanity and not killing them. I still keep watching out for Skynet. If you remember that from the Terminator movie there. So you never know. Something gets into the system and takes over, everybody's electricity, water, gas, shuts everything off, and then all hell breaks loose. Anyhow, that's my pessimistic side there. Marty, thank you so much for picking me up. And looks like we're going to be just under the freezing mark there for the next couple of weeks. Back to you.
Just under or a ways under. Anyway, Chuck, very good. Okay, thanks for the check-in. Good to hear from you. And we'll take a standby now and be clear with VA3CJZ and listen for any further check-ins on the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club Monday night. Please call now.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Lima, Quebec.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Lima, Quebec. Peter, good evening, and thanks for linking up the system here. I know it's automatic, but you keep things running so smoothly, Peter. Over.
Yeah, no problem, Marty. Glad to do it, and it's good to hear everybody on the net tonight. I love hearing Busy Net on a Monday night. Nothing to report for the club. I look forward to seeing everyone who's coming out on Sunday to our Christmas party. Again, the time to buy tickets is fast, so who's ever signed up and coming, we'll see you there. And I'm sitting at McDonald's right now, waiting for the gang to show up for coffee tonight. So we'll see everyone tonight.
Fine business, Peter, and I'm looking forward to finding out where that flag was. Anyway, we'll see you as soon as we can after the net, and in the meantime, stay warm over there. Okay, we're clear with the VE3XLQ and listening for further check-ins. That was number 18 just then, so anyone, anywhere, please call now.
VE3 Quebec.
Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
Okay, I think it's VE3MQ. Anyway, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, Marty. It's Mike, VE3KMQ. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net this evening. Hope everybody's doing well. Not an awful lot going on with me. Doing some file copying, I guess you'd say, from my laptop. I've got a problem with it that when I plug my external monitor in, which I normally have, this is the computer, by the way, that I have for my shack, and seems like the monitor, the external monitor and the laptop screen are fighting one another, trying to compete for full screen capability or something. And it's not the monitor, it is the computer. So I had taken it in, and they tried doing a driver update, and that didn't do anything. So the suggestion is to, bring it in, have it there for a couple of weeks for them to do a repair on it. But of course, I need to back up files, and the two apps, or I guess software programs that are really of concern are the logging software, namely Log for Old Men and N1MM. And so I've got the Log for Old Men nailed down, but still a little worried about N1MM. So I'm copying a lot of files over to a storage drive and doing a lot of research on how to move the software over to another computer, that type of thing. So anyway, that's what I'm up to, Marty. Back to you.
You don't envy that, Vern, or Mike rather. A couple of times in the past, there's been some learning experiences, and I must admit I'm not backing things up like I should. But the time you want to do that's ahead of time. You want to do it as you go. When I was teaching, I had it was back in the days of the 3.5-inch floppy disks, and I made 2 copies of everything. I had every disk. When I saved something, I saved it twice. I saved it to one disk, and then I saved it to another, because I remember one time putting in a disk and getting the message, this disk is unreadable. Do you want to initialize it? And having gone through that a couple of times, it's not a very pleasant thing. So I don't envy your activities here. I hope things work out, and I hope you don't lose any of those files. I print out stuff, and so I got a great big binder with the log in it. It's actually a physical paper log generated after a contest or something, and that's my backup. Over.
Yeah, absolutely. Backup is very important, Marty. Just a side story quickly. You mentioned floppy disks. We remember those, don't we? I stumbled upon a couple of videos. I don't know whether they were YouTube. I think they were YouTube videos, but anyway, they were talking about, or the subject was life in Canada in the 1960s. And then there was another one, same thing in the 1970s. I think it was the 70s, maybe it was even the 80s that I saw, where they talked about all the different types of things, of course, that we used to be familiar with. And some of those were floppy disks and other things. And it was really a good trip down the nostalgia lane, I'll tell you. Because, like you, I remember the 60s and the 70s. Grew up in the 60s and certainly remember the 70s. And it was really, really good to watch that stuff. And I'd really suggest it if anybody wants to go down memory lane. It's good to pull that up on YouTube. So with that, Marty, I'll say 73, and I'll let you carry on. I know the net's about to end there, so good talking to you. VA3IMW.
Hey, Mike, thanks a lot, and good to hear from you, and good luck with your endeavor there. All right, we're clear with VA3IMW and listening for Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Romeo, Foxtrot, Vern. It's cold up there.
Good evening, Marty, and everybody on the net. Yeah, it's -3. I think it's feeling like -7. Still a bit of snow on the ground here, and it's a little bit icy, so I am being careful as I walk, Marty. Back to you.
Okay, well, I'm glad for that, and good to hear from you. Good signal into the repeater this evening, Vern. Over.
Glad to hear it, Marty. Maybe the cool air is a better carrier for the signal. Marty, hope you have a good evening. Thanks for doing the net. Always appreciate it. VA3CRF.
Nice to have you along, Vern. Thanks for listening, and thanks for checking in. 73 for now. Okay, it's 7:54 p.m. Any others in the wings there? Please go now.
SY Dave.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Kilo Zulu. Just checking this transmission. Marty?
How's this one?
Hey, a little bit of stuff going on there. N2RJ, go ahead, please.
N2RJ, go ahead, please.
Yeah, that was a little trip down memory lane with the computer, the floppy disk. I was wondering if anybody here knew a guy by the name of Jim Butterfield. He was, so actually when I was little, my dad bought a Commodore 64. I was really little, and then Jim Butterfield was actually, he was from Toronto, and he came to Trinidad and Tobago, and he actually showed us, different things on the Commodore computers. So I wonder if anybody knew him. He's passed a while now, but he was like a prominent figure in the Commodore 8-bit community. Over.
Well, I had a Commodore 64. I spent a quarter of my life in those days waiting for the disk drive to do something, but I don't remember Jim Barfield, but the name sounds kind of familiar. Those were back in the days when we typed in programs from magazines using hex code, and it just took forever. In the magazine, there'd be about 2 or 3 pages of 2-digit numbers that we had to type in and get a checksum at the end to make sure you did it all right. Oh boy, those were the days. Back to you.
Yeah, it was actually so I work on some pretty advanced computer systems now. But that's kind of like how I got started. It was Commodore 64. My dad used to spend a lot of time late at night typing in programs from the magazine. And we didn't get access. Later on, the magazines had like a disc you could get with it that has the programs already made. But it just didn't work because by the time the disc reached us, it would be bent up and magnetized in the mail, and it just wouldn't work. Anyway, if anybody here knows them, I'd be interested to hear from them probably in the future. If they actually knew him, because I remember him. This was probably like in like 1985 or something, and I was like very small, so that was cool. And then my dad introduced me and said, "Yeah, go and get this computer magazine signed by Jim Butterfield." It was pretty interesting. So anyway, all right, that's all I have. 7-3. Enjoy the rest of the evening. VA3IMW. This is N2RJ.
I do know the name Jim Butterfield for sure, Rhea. Anyway, thanks for that. 73. Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Zulu, is it over?
Over. Right. How's that? I expect
Same old problem, Chris. Same old problem. It's you're inaudible. I can hear somebody in there, but there's interference going over it, so it's wiping out the audio, the nice clean audio. So anyway, 7:58 p.m. Anyone else like to check in? Please go now. Okay, nothing heard. I'd like to thank everybody who did check in this evening and listen along with us. It's always a pleasure. Hopefully we'll be back same frequency, same time next week. Right now, Rick's net will be starting on 7.100 megahertz, if you like, in the 40-meter band. Give them a call, and we hope you all have a good week, and we hope the bands are good. 73 for now. This is VE3QEE closing the net, and I'll be returning the frequency to normal amateur use.
Well, that brings the end of the live stream to a close. A little bit of extra content being Monday. We've covered the Lake Ontario Radio Club net and the second half of the Hamilton Amateur Club net. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Looking forward to seeing you all then. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.